Hello again, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. This is Jack Talcott, and today we're going to just going to share some faith and fellowship. I've been inspired by others recently. Um, Provo Kid, Paul Unslaved, Zetetic Warrior, many others. Folks on these YouTube platforms. And so today I'm going to kind of follow their example in some aspect. Um, I'm going to take my time today and kind of share some thoughts that I hope might be helpful for you. See, the thumbnail today: of all the liars in the world, sometimes the worst are our own fears. That is true. Fear can be an evasive and elusive, manipulative force. Fear is a powerful mystery. Can be overcome. See, it's our egos. It's the human mind. Oh, geez. I'm seeing my signal being warning, so I hope this is coming through, and I hope the sound is okay. Um, but some of the inspirations have been confirmed in my life. Um, the stuff I'm sharing today, such as God is simple. It really is. See, it's the human mind that is overcomplicated everything that we experience. You know, thank you. Thank you for joining. Um, Fear is the absence of faith. And, you know, it's when we live with fear in this world, and we live in a world where fear has been profitable, fear has been used for manipulation, and people create habits of fear. It's called anxiety, resentment, guilt, anger, hate. Those are symptoms of fear. Those are a lack of faith. And sometimes, when you feel those things, the weight of the world can be on your shoulders, and it can feel pretty miserable. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with allowing yourself to shatter. Allow yourself to accept what you know. Because it's not until we humble ourselves, really, when we truly humble ourselves, that's where we allow our faith to grow. And faith, to deny yourself faith is just illogical. It's what we've been taught. We've been taught that we live in an inverted world where most things are backwards, okay? In this government and corporate world of economics and debts. Yeah, a world of debts, credits and debts. Who's to assign those labels? Who's responsible? Who's to judge? Who's to carry? And how long do you carry those debts and credits for? See, we live in a world of credits and debts. It's been manipulated for the purposes of fear, control, and profits. And see, the spirit of man cannot be controlled. So I think, except through the will and the choice of the human mind. It's through the human mind that our life is lived. So yeah, we live in a world of debts, right? And this talk today is coming after my time spent at church. So we were given an example of forgiveness. It's in that book that so many people worship. The story of Jesus or Yeshua. whatever the right name is. It was an example of love. We were shown an example of forgiveness, and if the story's true, well, then by his choices, his determination, his dedication and faith, sacrifice and commitment to God, our Creator, we were shown how to be human, how to be children of God together, to serve one another, to care, to have mercy and compassion, and to lead. He was a leader, brothers and sisters. He was a follower of no man. So I think. But we were given an example of forgiveness, grace, and compassion through not only he, Jesus is who I'm thinking of, but through many, many others of God's creation in this story of his story, right? We're participants at this time here on earth. And if you're joining me, thank you for doing so. Thank you for sharing your fellowship with me this afternoon. Your time is special. It's special to me. Feels good to be. When you accept who you are and where you are and how you've been formed to be, it feels good. And I did. I allowed myself to shatter the image of me and the control that I thought I had. That disappeared. My humility towards God is pretty strong. You know, my faith has really, really been developed. It's challenging to be me at this time, right? Because I think I'm less than 2 weeks away. According to paperwork, people want to sell my home from under me. I was like, what? Is this real, man? Praise God. See, the sermon I've been hearing from the church I attend, one of them, it's been about humility and faith. And I tell you what, I have hopes. I've been saying this for a while, that I'm confident God is using me and my life and my story as an example for others to learn from. But I don't know. I only know what I believe and what I experience and what I've been allowed to learn and imagine. I'm no different than you. So I think. So the God who Jesus spoke of, the Father, the creator of space and time, that which allows us to know of our existence, that God is the God of wonder. How do you reach the God of wonder? You've got to move beyond your beliefs into that which you don't know. You've got to push the limits of your mind. Your mind is your limit. You imagine your limits. So I think. I know I did. I held myself back from so many things, and I'm encouraging you, don't do that. Humble yourself. Humble yourself to the past. Allow the past to have been, because that's who you were. Who you are is who you want yourself to be today and in the future. I'm glancing at some notes. Hey, God bless. Let's see where this is. No one is coming to save you, fella. We are our own saviors. You better believe it. You will realize this when you let go of your programming. Everything is spiritual energy. Nothing to do with the Jesus programming. Partially true. If you look at the Jesus story as programming, it's worthy of rejecting. But if you can find the truth in the story, in the narrative, and in the words that were offered, because words are just information, they're symbols, symbols of meaning. And meanings are only found in the mind. So it doesn't matter what someone thinks about a message or information. What matters is what it means. So, and seeing that's part of the conditioning of our world today is everyone's got these beliefs that they know things, that they're in charge, they're in control. It's a partial truth. But see, to connect to the infinite mind of the creator, you've got to move past the limits of your imagined self, the reflection of the creator, you know, the one with the impurities in your mind and your memories. Boring. Speaking of God is boring to you. Unknown. Speaking of faith, sharing of knowledge and wisdom is boring. How do you do that respectfully? Golly geez. The human species is quite fascinating, which is part of the reason I chose to do this again today. See, God is the good. I told you, God is simple. It's our minds that complicate it. So allow your ego to uncomplicate what you hear and what you see and what you experience and what you remember. Allow your ego to shatter. Allow your mind to be blown. Allow your perspective to change. Allow yourself to grow, because that's who we are. That's why we are here together, sharing this time today. My purpose is to share with you the faith and the love and the care and the blessings that I feel. I feel blessed. Do you? And if not, why? Can you imagine that you are? I do. Again, this is fascinating. Margot Davy, you have been a very interesting character in the story of the development of Jack Talcott. So your question, will be, I believe you mean, will you be peaceful when you are escorted from that house in 2 weeks? I am a man of peace. I am a messenger of the truth of God's love. So why would you imagine me not to be? Besides the false accusations that you've been spewing around town about me. Miss Davy, golly geez, man. If this is real, this is certainly going to be one hell of an amazing story. A comeback story. See, because I do have faith. And I know that one of the tools that we have been graced with is the ability to speak into the existence of possibilities, that which we want. That's what prayer is for, is to connect the mind and the intentions, and the heart, the spirit. Align your will with the divine will, with the belief and the faith in the infinite, that it is purposeful for you to experience. See, and that which I want is I want to experience a part in creating peace on earth and reform of this economic and government structure that keeps people prisoned in their minds and denying themselves the faith that we're all supposed to have. Because when you're faithful, when you have faith and confidence in you and God, well, then you can share. You'll be generous with all you have, all you've received. Hey, brother, I see you in the background, and I'm going to continue a couple moments. So, okay, thank you. So, one of the things I wanted to bring up as well is, are you aware of your consciousness? Are you conscious of your awareness? Do you know that you get to know? Do you know that you get to choose which thoughts receive your attention and time? Do you know how you know? And what are you paying attention to? One of the coaches I learned from said this many times. Notice what you're noticing. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Because the way time works, the way we evolve and move through time, that which is real for us is revealed to us right now. Because now is the only time that we exist, and it's always been now. What was now in the past brought you to what you are and where you are today. So as you go through your day, don't focus on the negative. Don't seek the problems. That is the egoic mind that believes this is the only conclusion. And when you focus your mind on a problem or something you identify as negative, well, you're going to miss the good that's beyond it. Because in every problem is a solution, and the solution is an opportunity for change. So seek the good. Seek the good like it is God. And there is nothing better. There is no thing more good than love. And the law of love is truth. They're inseparable. The thoughts and feelings of you are inseparable until you choose to separate your thoughts and your mind from how you feel. So, what are you aware of? So, in the realm of consciousness, the consciousness is simply the activity of the mind. I keep seeing myself freeze, so I hope this is coming through okay. But so the activity of the mind is a process. It's not something static or solid, it's a concept. Okay, so the activity of thought is your mind, and what you are is the result of the activity of your thoughts. Because your thoughts are going to create the chemicals in your body, which direct and affect how you feel. So let's think about this realm of our existence beyond just the consciousness. We, as Tesla said, you know, and many others, Nassim Harriman today, and many others, are pointing out that everything, all of existence, the entire universe is vibrations and frequencies. It is an infinite realm of energy, and energy is and frequencies create light and sound. So you are the vibrations of form. Well, here, from light and sound and the vibrations of energy, we receive temperature and then chemicals and then form. And through the form of time and the story of creation, we are. And so in the end, what we are is cosmic stardust, right? Singing the song of who we are to the world through our energies, our vibrations, our words. And when we unite as energies, we can harmonize, and through harmony comes synergy and strength. And this is what I mean. This is why I'm on these social media in this virtual realm of existence right now today, is I want to build communities. I want to build relationships, because through relationships and communities, our faith and our fellowship grows, and through that, the strength of support. See, I said, speak into existence of possibilities. That's that which you want. And what I want, I envision building a team of like-minded men and women who want to overcome this nonsense of authority and debt, and create a world together, a future for our children and the future of their children, a world without wars and debts. One of true compassion, with passion for one another, not only the selfish desires. Because when we can share our purpose and our passion and our talents and our time together for a combined focus of a better world, man, golly geez, I truly believe God is good, and that we need to stop denying our faith.
Fusion.
And with that, I'm going to welcome, I believe, Brother Paul Unslaved, if he is still available.
How are you, Sir Jack?
I'm blessed, my brother. How are you today?
You got to my father somehow. He's constantly telling me, don't be mean to Jack. Well, he thinks like I got this axe to grind, right? This is how you all are. Like, oh, I'm a bad man. I got an axe to grind with Jack. No, I want Jack to be better. He's on a roll today. You're on a roll today. I'm in front of you now, so I won't talk about you in the third person. You're on a roll today, okay, in your own way. But, there's certain things that I just, me, I'm not even going to get into it. You know what? Today, right now, I can't speak about the rest of the day, but right now I'm not going to get into all the things that you and I know that have to be done that you won't do, because it's going to upset you, and I don't want to upset you in this moment. So I'm just going to move on. I'm going to let the Moose talk. Go ahead, Moose. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's good to see you here.
Thank you. Did you pay attention to what I said?
Yeah, I paid attention. It was beautiful. It was great. We still got to get back to where we got to work on us, Jack. We never worked on us.
No, we haven't. I got another one here.
Oh,
Hello,
come on.
Eric?
We're going to crash the party with Beauchene.
Oh, my God. What a disgusting
wait.
I'm no longer an infidel. I can't be seen with him.
Jack, this fucking cretin. And see, I was in a good mood. Okay, now I'm coming on screen. I was in a good mood, and then you had to bring this.
Hey, wait. Paul.
This wretch up here, this wretched human being.
Sick.
You believe that this wretched human being called someone the N-word the other day? Yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
Paul. I should have mentioned my intentions, okay?
Oh,
Eric.
all right.
Eric, there's going to be no antagonism, and please, Paul.
All right.
Okay.
Jack, you're the boss over here. I know the rules.
Eric, you're back in, but I expect respect from you as well. And it's time, I don't know. Hey, I'm seriously
RESPCT, show me what it means. He.
Moose.
Hey, Moose, are you going to get me some of that 4,000 back from the whole channel banning incident?
Hey, we're working on it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I'll wait on that.
I haven't let you down yet.
No, not much. We won't go into the past, all right? We're in the now. Get out of the past.
I mean, the past is just not it's a dark spot, man.
Wait. The past is beautiful. Can you guys hear me?
I mean, not. I mean, if you're listening to what he's talking about here, it's not very beautiful to either
Wait,
one of us.
wait. But this is the point of what I've been trying to share. Everything is perspective. It's just a state of experience. So the past is done. So now what do we learn from it? How do we make ourselves grateful for that which has happened? How do we make the best out of what was a problem? That's where the wonder comes in, moving into the realm of faith. Faith that there's answers and solutions and everything. Everything is being aligned just perfectly. And you know what, Margot Davy, please, for the love of God, find a way to join this conversation because I have been praying to speak with you with a witness.
Hey, is that one of your detractors from Facebook? That is, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, I knew I recognized that name.
As I understand, according to her bragging to me in messages, she has a relationship with the local mayor. And rather than help me speak to the local mayor about organizing some solutions and cutting through the red tape to help support the homeless in our community, she decided to spread false accusations about me and false narratives to destroy my reputation in town. Just
Now,
noticed we got a couple more visitors.
Is it possible that there's a conflict of interest, that the only reason you want this program to help the homeless is because you think you might be homeless shortly? So it's like an indirect self-support, right?
Oh, that's a smart move right there.
Whose audio's all screwed up?
There's a demon in here, man.
Must have been Moose.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was.
My father says he wants to form a team with you, a commission of sorts.
Yeah, I want to know if Margot Davy knows you firsthand. She lives in the same town. She's teaching the school district where you live, and she's worried about the children. She says you're violent. Jack, is that true?
Nope. No.
Well, at least now we have another source. Because, like I said, I've been watching, I've been investigating, I've been searching, and according to the record, people don't put out and issue a protection order because of.
So you were correct about her, but wrong about me.
Unless there's violence.
There's been many false accusations made about me. And as I've stated clearly and repeatedly, I've been attempting to find support to face my accusers. Margot Davy.
And you know what, too, Wizard? You need to seriously, get out of, and I'm not kidding it here. You need to get out of your imagination and opinions, because that woman down there, I've seen her around, okay? She's like one of the biggest reasons why Jack is having these issues and problems. She's all over his Facebook, saying shit constantly. Don't listen to none of his videos. All right. So you may not know.
That. I understand that, but I also understand that she might be tired of Jack's shit like I am and be one of the proponents for getting Jack removed from society because he is.
Oh my God.
He might have experienced that first-hand violence.
So, Wizard, you're now suggesting Jack should be languishing somewhere?
At least in a crowded room so he can't hurt himself.
Oh my God, Keith. You need to get out of your imagination. You got a lot of anger.
He's not going to survive in a tent on the street, guys.
We should crucify him.
Well, hey.
Oh my God.
Hey, Keith,
no, I just hate leaving him to the dangers of society.
Well, hold on, Keith, because that was part of the ministry that I received at church today, okay? Was faith, and that we've got to believe in the impossible for the possible to be, right? And I do. I believe in the impossible. I believe that I know for a fact miracles happen. Okay? And not just the miracle of life, but the miracle of health, of synchronicities, of opportunities. I know that people's lives change in a day.
Yeah, someday you're going to find a lot of people willing to help you. They're going to be willing to help you move your shit off the curb.
If that's the help I finally receive, well, that's the help that God allows me.
But don't you think that's a little too late?
Yeah. I can't believe.
Then why aren't you doing something about it? Why don't you do something about it?
I'm doing the best I can, Wizard.
No, you're not, because I gave you a valid suggestion. You refuted it.
But, brother, that was your way, not the way that I'm being guided to pursue.
Okay, yeah, the way you're being guided to pursue. Got it.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. My faith has been tested and challenged, but my confidence and faith is strong. I never knew faith could be like this.
Like what? Like what?
Wizard, like
faith
this.
Without works is dead. That's why everything around you is dead and
I'm not going to sit
falling apart.
No.
Watch. That's all I got to say.
Wizard, imagine and try to remember the story of Job and how those around him treated him in that story. How he was blamed for his situation. This is one of the things I keep getting at the church is that God uses people sometimes in their darkness so that they can become a comeback story, so that they can become the example for others. And Paul,
hey, Talcott, you were going to go ahead. You were going to mention me, right? Because I was just going to say, like, my ego aside, if it's even possible to even put my huge ego aside, I would just think you'd be like getting so much more from the broadcast you're a part of with me than like this church you go to, but they must be doing great things there. So I don't know them. I'm just saying, like, what more of an example of a comeback story than a broken home gorilla from no mama who was on heroin needles and pills with no career and no schooling, who now has self-actualized and realized to some degree success. So I would think that I am living and walking that path humbly. I'm not saying that like, oh, look at me. If I can do it, anyone can do it, is really what the universe is telling everybody.
Hey, I agree, brother. I see you are also a comeback story. You're going to go, Paul, I honestly believe, I don't know what you heard before you came on, but my faith and my future is that I do find a team, that there's a team of us working together towards this common goal. And Paul, I know you and me are destined for the same. If we're real, if this is real, you and I will be part of the named and not the unnamed in the future.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I already am named, Talcott. I mean, you know, I was playing some music the other day, and the folks told me, you know, and I've already known this. It doesn't move me, but the folks told me, well, I'm already a legend. My name will live on, right, on some level, even if it's just for the one video of me and Valdez where I got lucky, right, as they say, let alone everything else I've been involved in. My name is already secured and cemented as a legacy. I'm not here for that. That's one of the components of what I'm doing here. That will happen. And that's like anyone else. Any being who walks in the I am presence in the truth, life, and way, and is actionable and response able to change themselves and then give it away and change the world and become something in the world and do something without becoming of the world, their name will live on forever, just like the Christed being.
It requires humility to let go of the world and to have faith that greater things than we can imagine are possible, because that's where I'm at. I believe and I have faith that I will get this team of people, and we will find a way to share the truth of consciousness and common law with the world.
Right, but again, Talcott, we're in the world and not of it. It's like having a spirit and a body. We have to reconcile. We can't reject our work in the world while not being
We
of
are
it.
now. We are only now. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right, okay, so let me give it to you like this, right? You see how I come on every day, 7 days a week, no breaks. Even when I travel, I make sure I do a broadcast. I get at least one in a day, if not 10, 12, 14, 20 hours sometimes. If you're going to do what you do, first of all, there's no money in truth. And we need money, quote unquote. There's no lawful money, but we need these debt notes to live. You're living off of them right now, right? It's cause and effect. If you can find a way to not live off of them, then you don't need them. So I support that. Again, while I'm doing what I do here and in the world, I also am on the land and getting things together to be self-sustainable, right? Experimenting with certain growing practices and the land and everything else. So I'm just saying it's a multi-tiered, multifaceted life and lifestyle. If you're going to do this here, you got to come on every day. You got to show the ethic. You got to show the commitment. You got to show the discipline. You got to show the will. You got to show
I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother, but that's what you've told yourself, and I see it in your actions. You're a man of your words. However, what I'm trying to offer you and anyone else who's listening is that life can be simple. God is simple. Okay? We got to stop overcomplicating this shit and live.
It's not complicated,
with
Tal.
confidence.
It's not complicated. That's very simple.
Wait. Where I see you complicating it, Paul, is this belief in that debt.
I'm not telling you that you have to believe in it for it to be real. If a motherfucker comes and take your house, you're going to know what real is, at least to some degree.
Look at success beyond the problem.
I'm not looking at the ends justifies the means. I'm telling you, when the means are correct, the ends will be met the right way.
Right.
Right.
It comes down to intentions and
you think I get on here from the beginning to now chasing a dollar? I let it chase me.
Well, Paul, have you
I let it chase me. Well, I let it chase me.
As you wish.
Motherfuckers got to keep up with me doing 10, 12, 15 hours a day.
Wait, Jack, I want, if you don't mind, Paul, Jack, you said it's simple. That's like telling them, well, get your act together. That's not specific. What is this thing that's different from what everybody else apparently is doing?
And I want to say this.
Yeah.
I want Joe Cool, you son of a bitch. I don't know if you hate me because I'm a pink gorilla. I don't know if I messed up with having Tommy on and doing the N-word with Michael Richards.
I fucking love you, bro.
I love you, and I want you on my fucking broadcast more. Everywhere I go, you're there. You're everywhere, but never here. And I'm over there. I said, where is this guy?
I never get your notifications. I got to make sure YouTube ain't up sub because I don't even get notifications. If you're going live, I'm totally unaware. If you still do lives. Yeah, but Jack, you know how when people say, and I'm find a way to show you the video. I'll put you in the end of one of my videos. I was talking about the geniuses of YouTube, and you're up there among good company. But Jack, you can't just tell them, get your act together. Be specific. What's different in the message of yours that other people are saying? What did Paul miss? Which is why you interrupted him to show that he missed a thing. What is it, Jack? What are we missing?
Joe, I love
no generalities. Oh, it's simple. You're overthinking it. Be specific. What are we doing wrong and you're doing right?
We need to learn. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
What I've learned is that we need to learn how to relax into our being, and we can only be in the present. And it's our mind, our imaginations, when this society has conditioned us to think of bad thoughts and negativities to keep ourselves safe and protected. But that negativity evolves into enemies and conflicts. And so to simplify it, it is that don't judge.
This is primary grammar school shit to niggas like us. Yes, this is primary, basic one-on-one shit to cats like us. Surely you don't think we've missed that?
I do.
There's 24 hours in a day, Talcott. This ain't that hard. 8 hours in your beingness, 8 hours in your doingness, 8 hours in your sleepiness.
Where's your worship? Where's your praise?
Worship is what you put your time, energy, and attention on. What the fuck do I put?
Exactly. What are you putting your time, energy, and attention on? Is it positive or
don't
negative?
ask a fucking question and cut off the answer to give your presupposed answer to get us to your ends.
That's what you're
disingenuous.
That is you.
Yeah, that's me. So I'm rubber, you're glue every time, right? We're gonna do that.
Well, Paul. Here.
Every single fucking time we're gonna do it's not me, it's you.
Can you believe this, O'Shea?
Hold on. Let's take this conversation there because it's a topic I've discussed elsewhere recently.
I put my time, energy, and attention on truth all day, every day. That's why you get so triggered by me, because you don't. You worship your beliefs, not the truth.
Please, Paul. How can one claim to worship the truth if they deny the truth from others?
Your truth is not the truth. That's the difference.
How would you know? You are not the.
Because I am you. Because I am you. You ain't gonna say I'm holding 4 aces while I got them.
Well, Paul, who's talking about suck my dick in public?
You do.
Who presents himself more as
because I got it out of you recently. You told someone yesterday, "Fuck you, suck my dick, you're a bitch."
No, I did not.
I finally got it out of you. The real Talcott, the realest motherfucker in there, beyond the guru, love guru.
Paul.
Oh.
There's a difference. Okay, so Paul,
there's a difference between being a real live motherfucker and a persona.
Generate. We're going to come back to more purposeful discussion.
Please do.
Okay, you recognize we are all perspectives of consciousness, right? Sharing the experience. So between us, we can either project or reflect. Okay, now when we reflect with honesty, we present facts and evidence, so we can dialogue and discuss that which we believe to be true. Or when we project those little insecurities and the stuff we judge ourselves for is just spewed all over everybody else, especially with me. I've been dealing with this shit a long time.
Very good, Jack. I don't know if it's true or not, but the logic is good.
Yeah, I don't see that.
This is
where I get confused with Joe Cool, because he says the logic is good, but Jack paints pictures where there's only 2 roads to go down. It's called a false choice. It's like Republican, Democrat. Give me the 2 words again, Jack, in your worldview map. We can reflect.
Or project.
Right? Or we can respect.
That you can only respect.
See, you want a world where everybody's either. You want a world where everybody's either reflecting or projecting, and I understand there's a third option, to respect, which means to give a second look at who and what you are and what your role in creation is, to respect the truth. So you want to sit here and you want to project onto me and have me reflect it back to you. You want to project onto me and have me reflect it back to you. I'd rather us both cut the games and respect the truth.
I've got to be honest. I am guilty, which is why he struck a chord with me. My inadequacies, I reflect onto other people, even unaware. That's why I thought the logic was sound. If I have a shortcoming, I'm taking it out on other people unaware. I don't know about
Joe,
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You know what it is with me, man? You're like so pimping and player and got the game on so many levels that I just expect more from you. And when you fucking placate to these motherfuckers, I'm just being real, bro. Like, because I hear you go around everywhere.
My temper's horrible.
What?
I got a bad temper in real life, Joe. I got a bad temper, Joe, and I take it out on other people. When I'm horrible, I think.
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, Joe, there's also a reason. Not that I'm going to justify the anger if it's misused, but you're supposed to get righteous. You're supposed to get righteous and indignant and frustrated around spiritual children who choose to accept less for
PTSD. I thought it was PTSD from living in the ghetto and being angry all the fucking time. I thought it was PTSD or something. I could be wrong.
Well, hey, it may be.
There could be some of that. There could be some of that pain body is how Talcott will probably want to, I'll talk Talcottian, some Eckhart Tolle pain body where you got some some stuff inside of you that comes up in certain moments. But again, it's about what you do with it.
I like Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah, if you use it to be
I'm changing, like, you know, fucking 4 years ago, I was hunting down drug dealers and shit as a job. So I'm changing.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
I mean, one would argue back in the old world that that's doing a service, because if motherfuckers are pushing poison and you're playing on the same level they are, hey, bro, that's the game where I come from. Listen, I have people, I would tell people,
get the stick up, man.
You signed up to be a drug dealer, you know what comes with that. Well, I'm the other side of that. I'm here to collect. You don't want to be part of the underworld? Don't join that game.
That was my thing, bro.
Oh shit!
I would say you're taking food out of my kid's mouth, and I would justify all sorts of horrible shit.
Hey guys, I want to bring this back into the light, but with a reality check of what you're saying too. This society is a society of darkness. You could say the Satan rules, right? And the reality is,
if we are, good, baby.
If we are the image of our Creator.
What's up, Joe? Fucking great to see you, brother.
See, even on your own panel, people don't have respect for you, Jack.
Is that a problem? My internet is shit.
Wizard.
Is that a problem for you, Jack?
Jack, it's your.
Hey, I was lagging, Jack.
He really full screened himself. He really gave himself the full screen, as if to say, "If everyone could please."
Can we get back to Jack, please?
Please shut up.
Yeah, please.
Oh my God.
Well, hey, where I was trying to go with this is actually back to value, in that we need to wake up to the facts. This world has poisoned our minds physically and intellectually, and those poisons in our body have produced parasites within us, right? All sorts of toxins, calcifying your pineal gland, disconnecting your reception to the infinite. So I really do suggest people go on a cleanse, maybe consider a fast, look into guidance and better nutrition, better health, and watch what you're consuming physically, energetically, mentally. Watch what you're consuming so that you can focus on what you want to produce.
Jack, I love
what about therapy?
I'm sorry, I gotta go. I promised a friend I would go on his live. And this is a great conversation. I miss you niggas. I wanted to see the dynamic between you and Paul in your room, because I'm a geek for shit like this. But I made a promise and I gotta go, man.
Well, real quick before you go,
we'll
Joe,
see you soon, Joe.
Can I ask you what do you mean by us cats when you use that term, us cats? What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I look when I say you cats in particular. Hold on. When I say you cats in particular, cats, men of respect. And I see your shortcomings. I have vision, bro. And I still consider you men of respect, bro. All right, let me get out of here.
Respect, Joe.
Thanks for joining, Joe.
Have a great day, brother. Man, Joe Cool is a respectable man, isn't he?
What happened? There you go.
Well, it's our stream now.
Well,
without fear. And I was gonna say, you know what, Jack? I could do more with Jack Talcott and live without fear than you could. I thought you were embracing that concept completely.
Numbers spiked and went right back down.
Hey, dude. Yeah, amateur hour here. But
that's what makes you lovable and endearing, Jack.
Hey, I am figuring it out. I don't know. I don't think anyone tuned in, but I even used an intro at the beginning of the video, and
Jack, I'm proud of you, man. You're getting better at
this. Jack, are you familiar with the term fireside chats? Well, why don't we create inside the fireplace chats?
Sir,
I want to get outside of your mind chats. Okay, I do. I want to like I want to share the experiences I went through about allowing paradigms to shift and allowing your mind to just be fucking blown. Because seriously,
how many drugs does it take to get to that level?
None. It just takes.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of that Tootsie Pop?
Whoa.
It simply requires
Get in the tub,
humility.
Jack. Get in the fucking tub.
Do you want to know?
Do you want to know?
And if you want to know, what do you want to know? And if you know what you want to know, why do you want to know that, Brian?
You know, I'm too stupid to fucking follow this train of thought.
Is this real right now? This kind of looks like we're over on the Paul and Slave Network at the moment.
It kind of is. You know what? This is a fun conversation, though. And Paul, you know what? I'm happy to go with whatever is. So if you want to take it back to your place where you've got control and
wait, don't kick them out. What are you doing?
And the broadcasting skills and talent to make it more fun. I mean, I'd enjoy that. But you know, serious, the purpose of my day, I don't know what is real. Seriously. Okay. And you guys are a part of my experience. I've been a fun and a challenging part of my recent experience, but you guys have also inspired my faith.
There we go.
So, like, is it possible that I am a piece of the highest point of your mind and I'm not actually a real being? That everyone that you're manifesting here are just really aspects of Jack Talcott? I'm just the most highest minded, ascended parts of that being because I can challenge you so well, right? But really, I am just you. A projection of you, as you said before. Everything's a reflection and a projection. So I am, in fact, just a piece of your own imagination. So literally every time you get out of your imagination, you go back into your imagination in a physical form. What appears
to be real, your imagination.
It's not at all physical or real.
It's all a hallucination, man. It's like a big, long mind trip. So you're right. We are each manifestations of the experience of each other. From
Jack,
Can
I interject? You went postal at the post office, according to Margot down there. You got violent at the post office?
Nah, Jack.
No
Jack, can we
violence,
can we go back to Margot in a second, Jack? Me and you haven't. I brought the olive branch here. I'm giving you the olive branch. Are we fixing this up or what?
Brother, we're good. Today's a new day. Man.
All right, back to the post office. What the fuck happened over there, dude?
Back to the post office.
Postal? You're a classic stressed out disorder, fucking lose your mind, fucking at the post office?
I kind of lost my mind, and the doctor diagnosed my symptoms the first day as anxiety.
Why are you laughing at that?
What is this problem, Talcott?
I can relate, man. I'm sorry. I got to mute
Kick
my
him out.
mic. Sorry.
No, don't kick him out. He just has to learn to, you know what? Keep going, Jack.
Anyway, you guys know the story. I flew to DC. I pissed off the attorney and
Moose. He's like holding in the laugh, Talcott. He's making it worse. Just tell him to laugh.
All right, let it go. Just let it go. Let it fly.
My bad.
Right. You're on mute.
When I came under investigation, it was the same time my son was turning against me and my friends were pushing away from me. And while I was under investigation at work, everyone wanted to stay distant because nobody wanted to get caught up in it. So,
all right, were you being investigated for drugs or sexual assault?
No, I was accused of, and according to the investigators, but there was no prosecution or discipline. Well, there was discipline, but it was bullshit. I was supposedly guilty of federal ethics violations. And this is what blows my mind.
Bill Clinton, the thing, right? And we went into this before, like technically he was off the clock, but he was still in uniform and he was caught masturbating in the parking lot. Which normally is not you can't be charged for that, but if you're still in uniform, it becomes an ethics violation. It's an ethics committee. HR gets called in, right? If you're going to do that, you off the clock, you got to take the uniform off, right? It's like stolen valor.
Necking on the clock, man.
Dude.
Yeah, you can't do stolen valor.
Jack Crankcock.
One of my friends at work was the labor relations manager, and he'd share with me not names or details, but some of the stories
DNA
of the employees, and there was apparently employees getting busy on the clock and shit like that in uniform, and postman delivers
special delivery, huh?
But that is not a representative.
Hey, I got a package for you. Talcott comes
fat ass over here, Juanita.
Hey, brother, I got a package for you. Special delivery.
No, I don't even know why that came up. Sorry.
You're in your imagination.
Did you watch that on the video? Did you watch that on the cameras or what?
No. You know what? Hey, so
all right, we'll move back to that other thing.
Back to the symptoms. What happened is when I was confused. I didn't have faith, and I sure as hell didn't know what was going on. So I got symptoms of anxiety.
I got confused. I smacked the postmaster on the ass, and he didn't like that. I was confused.
No, I never threatened or harmed anyone.
That's not harmful or threatening. It's an ethics violation.
But Jack, you went postal, right? Like according to that term and phrase, you did that, right? Or
no, not at all. Not at all.
Well,
not yet.
I mean, you went postal on yourself. You kind of lost your mind.
Nope. I found God. I dissolved my mind, and I discovered faith and trust.
Krishnamurti said it's no measure of success to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick post office.
Amen, dude.
All right, Jack, what is it about the post office that would lead someone to become postal?
The stress. There's a lot of rules, a lot of expectations, and a lot of focus to do more with less, efficiency and stuff like that with the labor. And
do you have like a letter quota? Like how many letters you have to stick in the box every day?
There's so many different jobs and different standards and different rules. It's an interesting place, but the worst thing about it is this hierarchical structure, which is everywhere. This bullshit of authority and bosses and supervisors and managers, and it's all nonsense. But it scares the shit out of people. And so they work harder and sacrifice themselves, their body, their time from their family. And, it's nonsense.
Did you ever sacrifice your body for this country or for this postal service?
I did. It can be.
See, we should be praising him. Paul, we should be giving Jack a little bit more credit than we've been giving him over the years.
Everyone should give themselves more credit for what we've all overcome. I mean, I've heard a few of you guys' stories. I don't know what.
Jack, what was your ethics violation? What does that mean? What are they saying you violated?
They said I illegally used my position as a federal employee, as a postal clerk in Spokane. They said I illegally used my position as a federal employee and a business owner for the purposes of self-enrichment, self-gain.
So theft is ultimately what you're being accused of. Stealing money, embezzling it.
Maybe they accused me of the intention of theft, but my intention was actually I asked for a promotion in the organization, and I suggested they create a new position for me at the executive level. And with that, I had, a fair salary in mind to present and negotiate should we reach that level. But I wasn't doing this for as much for myself as I was believing that I could make a difference for all the employees across the nation.
So you went to help out your organization and help people, and you ended up getting charged and fired.
Well, he went to D.C. And he met with some Congress people, and it all went wrong when he tried to rub one of the senator's knees. because he's big on that, right? He's always rubbing his knees and howling out. You'll see that on the broadcast. And again, you have to know there's a fine line between diplomacy and just being creepy. So please, next time you go out to DC, don't try to rub the senator's knees.
Actually,
hey, Jack, can you go grab that
have a new
coaching
thumbnail.
certificate?
It says knee rubs, $50 with you. It's a table, and it's you in a towel, and it says $50 knee rubs. That's the next thumbnail.
Hey, can you grab that coaching certificate, Jack, please?
No,
How much did you pay for that coaching certificate?
Thousands of dollars, but they were also
like 10,000
more. But regardless,
20?
it doesn't matter. Hey, between
holy fuck!
No,
I got to see this paperwork.
Between the online courses, the conventions, the events, between all of that, I've invested close to $100,000 or better in my education, but that's not in the traditional sense.
Now, what does that translate to in Satoshis?
Satoshis, I have no idea. I don't even know what that is, man.
We got to come up with Talcots. I want a bunch of coins digitally with NFT characters, all different Talcots.
Yes.
From different times in life, how a Talcot has all these different likenesses. It's NFT Talcot with its own accessory, right? And then you get the coin to go with it. Talcoin with your head right on the digital coin.
They can be animated too, right? I don't know much about NFTs, but
yeah, they can do a little head bob.
Yes. Holy crap.
Hey, Jack, I wanted to ask you, your coaching experience and all that online research and everything to become a coach. Did you get that from Coach Jack Talcott, the motivational speaker?
Hey, do you have a certificate for that? Because I was thinking we could actually partner up.
Look it up. Jack Talcott, international motivational speaker. It's not the same Jack Talcott. I was just bringing that up because I thought it was a coincidence. Maybe you got your certificate from him?
I'm not sure. No. I don't know what you're talking about. What is this?
Well, if Jack Talcott got his certificate from Jack Talcott.
He ordained himself?
And as a union member, so he must have been really a problem to be removed.
It's almost like God creating his own son to be sacrificed back to himself for himself.
Hold on. Guys, let me address this comment. Thank you for joining, Damsel Medic. I've worked in the federal service, and it's incredibly hard to be fired, especially with as many years as Jack had, and as a union member, so he must have been really a problem to be removed. That is one way to look at those facts. Now, the other way of looking at the facts is, as I've said, that I was wrongfully accused, I was misrepresented, and I've been
but you say the same thing about me. When I go to saying everything that you tell me back to you, you say the same thing about me that you say about them, and that's what confuses all of us.
Well, I keep seeking each day for someone to be willing to break the pattern for me, to cooperate with me and break that.
Yeah, but you have
We've been trying for months and months.
No, you've been trying to get me to fit to your beliefs instead of accepting them.
Paul's right.
Not true.
You have to.
Requires a choice, Jack. I don't have a choice in what I know and don't know.
You have the choice of the information you focus on or ignore.
Right, and I focus on the information that creates the best formation to have a reformation from the inside of self to the outside. And you've seen that in my life from top to bottom.
Hold on.
So what type of information would you like to see? Talcottian communism, collectivism? What type of formation exactly?
Hold on. Back to me. Back to what I was trying to say. Okay.
So like maybe you break the pattern of your behavior and you get a different result from everyone else in the world?
Hey, Paul.
Right.
Let me present my experience.
Go ahead,
all right, Jack, before you do that, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just say it with your heart.
I did, but thanks for the advice. So it is true. The federal service, it is difficult to be fired. The unions do a decent job of making sure that people receive their rights afforded. However, in my case, it was not that way. just as there are currently innocent people in prison.
Jack, I'm not trying to be rude this time. Joe Cool's back. He said drop the link for him, please.
Oh, we're full.
I'll pop out. No worries. I'm about to head out anyway.
Now, see, Jack, if you would
Thanks, Jack.
come on every day and set a certain time and stick to it and dedicate yourself, folks would donate more to you, and you'd not only be able to cover the bare necessities once a month, you'd be able to afford 10 squares like Big Daddy, and you wouldn't be filled up with 6.
Yeah. Lots of things could have been different, but this is where I am.
We have an opportunity today to change what things have been to become something they've not been. That's better. Right. And the way we do that is creating habits that lead to success tomorrow by creating them today in the now.
Agreed.
Right. And one of the best practices to establish today is the practice of faith and gratitude. Okay. And gratitude brings us, one of the best practices is curiosity, actually.
So Jack, you don't want more, because I know you get the $300 a month from the military and pretty much nothing else. You wouldn't want more coming in based on you coming here and just being you. Okay. So how do I motivate you? You want me to tell you what I made this week? Just by my beingness, being here, creating the habits for success. You want me to tell you what I made in the last 2 hours? What's going to motivate you and put me out there to jump out the window, to sacrifice myself for you to get inspired and motivated?
I am inspired and motivated. My inspiration is what I'm offering here this afternoon.
Right. So I'm saying if you could have more fulfillment in yourself, more peace in yourself, more power in yourself, more inspiration in yourself, and generate more contributions, isn't that a win-win-win-win? And also help people change their lives in their inner space? Isn't that a win-win-win-win-win-win? We win so much we can't stop winning. We get tired of winning.
That's what I
Hallelujah,
want to share with
amen.
That's the exact experience I want to share with others, and I'm inviting anyone and everyone to join me. Okay, because my life really is, it's kind of unbelievable to accept these stories, but facts are facts. You know, I just saw the news the other day, a man released from prison after 19 years, locked up because of a criminal fucking judicial system. So there's some unbelievable stories and some
unbelievable my nuts, man. We see that. I'm a cop watcher. I live in those fucking stories. Stop trying to separate yourself from us like we're peons and you're God.
I'm not God. I'm suggesting that I'm another one of those stories, and I'm a fellow man.
You're trying to suggest, as we've heard several times in the last couple of weeks now, that you're the second coming of Christ.
Please, hey,
that's never what you want to hear when you set up your stadium. Is Joe Cool in the background with that laugh? That'll throw the whole energy off of the whole room.
How about this? How about we bring the words I said back into the context of my experience, in that I can present the case that there's many similarities in my life to yours, Paul. Maybe to yours, Joe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure. No, I'm sure there are.
Right.
That's my argument, my point. You say I this, I that, like you're separate from us. We all go through the same shit. We can compare stories, bro, and sites. You want me to compare what? Shooting niggas, tying motherfuckers up, my friends getting shot in the head in front of me. I've seen some horrible shit too, but I'm not going to separate myself because you got your trials and tribulations. Don't make me no fucking different than you.
Joe, I'm trying to unite us, okay?
Yes, we'll do it factually still, bro, accurately.
So back to the claim. I believe that we, like you said, Joe, we are the second coming.
Very good. I'd agree with that. God is in us all. I'd agree.
Now, in my personal experience, and there's many like me, I'm nothing special. I mean, there's just a different experience, but in my experience, there are many distinct similarities to the story of Jesus, to the story of Job, maybe to the Apostle Paul, and my goals to appeal to Caesar and fucking minister the truth of God to the world.
Yeah.
So My faith. I wish people. This is what I shared.
Hey, bro, you didn't go to jail, though. That's the thing. The whole story was about going to jail and having to face these motherfuckers on their turf.
Another nigga story.
It's the thing, like, there's a whole point of the story everyone wants to forget. Like, you had to die and go to jail. It's like the gangsters on the street. They live in a life, and then motherfuckers on the radio want to talk about it. And then it's like, you forgot the last part. If you're going to get on the record and talk about doing all the shit everyone else in the street's doing, you got to do the last part, die and go to jail. So everybody wants the quick way to get everything and talk about how they are everything, but don't want to go to the last part that nobody apparently likes, which is the dying and going to jail part. The crucifixion, being locked up, let out, because they knew a motherfucker couldn't be held down in that place.
Hey, Paul, this is what what I realized for myself.
He was in the middle of a flow, though. It was a good flow. It was. I think the flow was going right there, man.
No, it wasn't. Not for the purpose I was, or let me get to the point I'm trying to make, and you'll understand why I did what I did.
Got it.
Yep. So now that you broke my flow,
sorry.
Fuck, man. Every time.
Oh, egos.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Oh,
egos. Gotta do. God's children get to do. So you ain't gotta do nothing. And this is what I'm trying to point out.
That was dope, Jack.
Well, I believe that my path, I pursued science and history to lead me to philosophy and spirituality.
Right. So now let's apply your philosophy.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
To come on here every day and do 10, 12, 15 hours and reap the blessings of what the fuck I sow.
You work harder than
I get to.
You get to work.
Because I love what I do, because I love the truth and I love being a facilitator of it. You don't.
Let me get to what the point I was trying to offer, and I'm sick of the judgment, but
it's discernment. That ain't judgment. I ain't God. I'm discerning.
What I see is, well, no, Paul, I've explained this before. Judgment results in conflicts and with punishment.
You're in conflict within yourself. I'm not in conflict with you.
No, Paul, I have no disagreements between us.
Yes, you do. You can't agree on a philosophy. You've said before you're not special, but you hope to reveal to everyone else how special we are.
Yes, I'm trying to get everyone to recognize that we are one. We are love being expressed as form and
Now what?
So back to what I was trying to say.
So I'm saying we just realized that. We all just simultaneously realized that. Now what? We just sit around in a love heap and pile up in a love heap?
Let me address something.
Right, no answer ever comes because there is none. Okay.
Hold on. Hey, Joshua, my friend.
Someone's masturbating. Sir, please go on mute, Brian, if you're going to walk around the house and pleasure yourself.
Okay.
Right,
where I was trying to go with this is
King James Version, Judges 20, verse 7. Coincident that it's in Judges 20, verse 7.
As I was trying to say repeatedly,
I understand.
Ye are children of Israel.
In my own path,
give advice.
In my own path and development, I stumbled upon the way as taught by Jesus. Now, I actually believe God has blessed me, and I started to accept the possibilities of my blessings long ago, and my faith is still being challenged today. I'm not sure what is right. I've said repeatedly in front of witnesses.
Is this real?
Right.
Is this real?
That's well, if I'm real, I'm not real.
Can I ask you a question? Why is that in blood red?
It was the first marker that I could find.
And this is the thing, right, Jack? Oftentimes we're incongruent in our communication. And then you say, why aren't you taking me in my life so seriously? And I go, because I don't even know if you're real. Like right. You come on a screen and ask, I don't know. You say to me, you don't know if you're real. So if you don't know if you're real, then I have to question the reality of your beingness.
How about
and maybe you're a figment of my imagination. So why would I take that seriously? You're not real.
Why don't you start asking yourself?
And when somebody's so real that they bring scripture and you cut them off in the middle of scripture, it shows you want nothing to do with reality.
Look, you shut up while Paul was talking, and then you chose to interrupt me. And actually, I was trying to interrupt Paul to come back to you,
and it didn't work. See again. So see how much respect you get on your own panel.
You can go away then. If you can't offer respect on my own panel, you can stay the fuck away, little child.
Tell him suck my dick in public, Jack. Really jump out the window and mac on him. Come on, Laura. Can you do it for the crowd, because they'd love to hear that. It's not something you feel, but you're willing to like play the game. You know, we can have fun. Tell him, Wizard, suck my dick in public. Oh my God! I hope I get $1 billion, because I swear to God, even if Jack Talcott pisses me off and I think he's going to destroy himself with it, I will take $1 million just to create a pilot to troll the whole world. And I'll do at least one episode or one season of Talcott. I have to come together with this. Sorry, Talcott, my imagination's getting away with me. I need to see you with the script and just the neighbor or the guy on the couch or something. That's my thing. I'm sorry, you don't look happy about that. So I'm just gonna retract.
Hey, no,
How are you, Jack?
I mean, let's play with that. In my reality, I would love to have a conversation with my neighbor, or have a conversation with anyone. I've been seeking fellowship in my local physical community and found none. So that's why I'm reaching out and creating fellowship and community here in this virtual realm. It's a fascinating time we exist within. How you doing, 5-Speed?
I'm good, Jack.
I'm going to tell you.
Come up. Huh?
I'm going to tell you, you're on a short leash with
your chain is thin, little buddy.
Welcome to my living room.
What does that mean?
Thank you.
It means I'm not going to tolerate much disrespect.
No, I'm talking to Moose. He said your chain is thin. What does that even mean? He's on thin ice, you mean? Like, this is what Moose will do. He'll go to make a reference and combine two phrases, and now he took two cliche phrases that make sense and combined them to make one that makes no sense. Your chain is thin, little buddy.
No, Jack, the only thing I wanted to say a minute ago, I didn't realize you were over here on your own panel. But when you said, what do you want to know? I'd like to know how much time you put into yourself without all the chatter of everybody else in the background to find your form and your foundation that you built, and you can now move forward to form more relationships and trust moving forward.
Why do you wonder that?
Because I often wonder how, because I had to get out of that and I had to find my own form and foundation for myself, because all the chatter around is not yours. It's somebody else's.
Right. Your opinions are yours. Paul's opinions are his. Everyone's opinions are their own. And it's just information. So, hey, 5-Speed, thanks for joining. Your audio kind of sucks, so I'm going to throw you in the back, all right? Have a good day.
Yeah, you're going to have to either step your shit up.
He was keeping it real.
Broadcast.
No, hey, Christos, you're on a very thin ice as well. You've been disrespecting me.
Christos, really? Of all people? You got him on thin ice?
Thin chain, dude.
Thin chain. Fuck. So why the thin chain for Christos?
Because he offers me disrespect.
So wait a second. Everyone who doesn't respect you objectively is on like thin ice and subject to be having. Wait, you say, what was the word you say that a judgment leads to controversy and punishment? Yet you're using judgment to say that because Christos doesn't discern that your judgment is correct, he's on thin ice now. He's going to be punished.
I'm happy.
Along with everyone else who doesn't respect you objectively.
Do you care about facts?
Yeah. Could you give me some? I've been waiting for 6 months.
You're on a thin chain and a long chin, buddy.
Right.
Well, here again, back to the word respect, which is to see, right? And if you only focus on the negative, only see the problems, well, you are refusing to see the totality. So that's why you've got to go beyond your fucking opinions, Christos, Paul, to see what is actually real, what is good about
Jack,
me.
this just proves camp hug a buddy, love a buddy doesn't work, because I'm the biggest loudmouth, abrasive, verbose, obnoxious, rude, lewd, crude being there is. I speak truth and it's rebuked and I'm reviled. Christos is one of the most loving, sort of youthful, endearing, good-hearted folks who cannot be misperceived as anything else by anyone. Even him in this place is rebuked and reviled by you because your ego is so overblown and out of control. You don't seek truth and resolution. You seek power, control, and obfuscation, like the shaitan always does. So you're going to now say judgment leads to punishment, then threaten everyone with punishment for not adhering to your judgment.
Do you even know that Christos is going to be on America's Got Talent? Did you even know that, Jack? Jack, watch him dance out there. He's going to be on America's Got Talent soon, and you can actually be one of his dancers too if you just limber up, dude.
Hey, I don't find the humor in that. So, especially at this moment.
Come on, man! I thought we were getting some.
I thought so
no,
too.
don't kick him out completely. Just get him under control, Talcott. Don't just get him, rein him in.
Hey, the problem is only he can control himself, and until he becomes a man who chooses to present as honorable, he'll continue to offer disrespect because he doesn't have any fucking respect within him. He doesn't do anything respectful. In my experience.
So now we're like, hail Talcott. He's got 3 of us all in a row. He goes, you to the line for a whipping and beating. It's like one by one. We all have to come up, hail Talcott, show reverence, or we're going for the back to get whipped and beaten, possibly gassed. You never see Moose again. Because he laughed at Talcott during a speech. I mean,
my bad, dude.
You can't go down this road. It's okay. It's a hard road to hoe, and it's a long road. It's dark and it's deep.
I don't seek power, but I do honor order. I seek order, right? And order comes through cooperation. That's what I'm actually really trying to get across, is that's what I think we need to do. But I want to get to some of these bullshit narratives that are being presented about me. Someone offered to buy his house and he told them no, that God would provide. Chuck in Tennessee. Who the fuck told you that?
Wow, Chuck.
You did kind of say that, Talcott. You said some woman showed up because she knew you're going to lose the house. And you said, she's an angel. She goes, I'll buy the house. You could have walked away with equity and extra.
You know what?
And instead, you didn't take the opportunity. So you're going to lose the house and everything you have into it instead of walking away with something. It ain't about what you walk away from. It's about what you walk away with.
Fair enough.
You're going to walk away from everything with nothing. You could walk away willingly with a whole bunch and then go do something. Simple motherfucker.
With faith, all things may be received.
Bro, that's blind faith. You got to move the piece on the board sometime. You got to move the piece on the board sometime.
Paul, I move my pieces every fucking day. And until you accept my words, you'll never believe me.
Jack, are you an agent? This can't be real. Is this
I'm
fucking
an
real,
agent of light. I'm a messenger for the truth of God's love with explanations of consciousness.
Dude, you're getting $300 a month from them people that all you say we all ain't supposed to be fucking with. You could give her that house and walk away with the equity, 100 G's, 50, whatever it is.
Actually, you know what? Let me correct, because you did correct me. I did say that I did describe the angel who came by. But you know what? That would be a foolish choice for me to walk away with nothing. When all I'm really trying to do is have a conversation with my son. He's 20 years old. I'd like to give him the opportunity to help influence my choices and what I do. After all, what I have is his. And if I can find someone willing to help me succeed, well, it seems.
I'll take that as Brian O'Shea
right
saying no.
Your son has already chosen to not take whatever it is you have. The reason he won't take whatever it is you have.
No, we're going to end this. We're going to end this. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you tell me about my life when I know what is true.
Let's say you got $1 billion today. You don't talk.
Let's get through this today, guys.
He won't talk to you today. So he won't take what you have. The reason why is because he's ascertained, like the rest of us, you're not doing what's needed for yourself. So because you're a liability to yourself, you're a liability to him. He don't want the responsibility of being burdened with you.
Paul, you're about to leave too, unless you can change.
Well, I mean, I can get whipped and beaten. Take another hole out back, I guess. You're going to be piling bodies on this road.
The pure can find the good, even beyond the bad. And I know that you found many things. You haven't admitted many good things about me. I mean,
That's not true. That's not true. I always find
you brought them in with your insults. Okay, but
Jack, he lets you come back every day.
Describing what I perceive as
dude, that's his business. He lets you come back every day to his business and hang out with them and have a good time.
So, and that is his business, and I know that it is his place. But at the same time, people like Wizard and others want to call me the abusive wife who comes up, and because I show up, because I dare show up, that means my presence warrants my fucking continuing disrespect.
Why do you let so much of what everyone says affect your inner? Why do you let so much of what everyone says affect your inner space?
I don't. That's you.
Oh.
Jack, the thing is, you're getting mad that people are making fun with you when you're the one that made these videos and you're the one that says these things. So just let it go. Just like the Tao. Look at the good, look at the bad. Let it go in, let it go out, whatever.
Moose, maybe you can ask yourself why. Or I can answer for you if you have any questions. But only you choose what you learn. This is the way the truth works. All answers are available.
So the woman down there says, Dominic, your son doesn't want to support a father who doesn't work.
Paul, I'd love to see my son help me succeed. I'd love to see you help me succeed.
Bro, I'm here helping you, and you're fucking rebuking all my words because you don't want to act. You don't want to do anything different than what you've always done and get what would convince you.
What would convince you?
Bro, your buddy Wayne Dyer says if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got.
Would convince
Why won't you take it from him?
Why won't you explain your problem with me beyond the $300?
The problem is the same problem your son and everyone else had. We fucking love.
I don't know what happened there.
That was unwarranted.
We love you, and you are not love able. You're not receiving and or giving the love.
Paul, when you look at your opinions, you will see that love is all that there is. Because love is good.
Stop using power. Stop abusing your power, and let's get through this today.
Video, man. Love is all you need, right? Like, we got to apply that. I'm not saying you can't use love as your ultimate inspiration, but then you have to serve something beyond yourself and your own day-to-day habituations that have led you to where you've gotten here. So
wouldn't the best thing to serve be the truth and other people? Wouldn't it be the best to serve the truth to others with love?
Like I said, dude, I gave you a, not the, I gave you a, if you want to say my formula, which ain't mine, to success to some degree. You rebuked it out of hand. You didn't even take 3 seconds to fucking think about it.
Paul,
I told you, I said to you, you don't want to give up the money every month. I'm not going to do the judgmental ego game with you, like you say. Do whatever you want to do. Just apply a little bit of what I'm telling you. Come on every day and do a certain amount of time. Why are you going to speak right now? Because you don't even want to do that. You don't even want to come on and commit yourself to 30 minutes a day here in front of these motherfuckers. I'd give you my audience, you ungrateful, unthankful motherfucker.
That is untrue. I'm very grateful, and I hold you with respect and admiration.
So why won't you take my suggestions?
Paul.
Why don't you take my suggestions?
I see the good in you despite what is offensive to me. I wish to God you could show me the same respect. Okay?
I do. That's why I'm here. I find a lot of things objectionable about you, yet I come back every day. And even today, I did something I haven't done before. I said, you know what, Jack? I'm going to loosen the reins on my conditions, which is something I don't often do.
I saw that.
For unconditional love, because I know you're big on that. So here we go. Unconditional love. Do whatever the fuck you do now. Just take a suggestion and add on to that. You don't even want to do that. You don't even want to do that.
Why don't you take a look? Let me point it out.
I would even do it with you. I'd say, let's do a series. Let's do a series.
I want to.
We'll do it right now. Fuck that. I'm coming up with it. 28 days with Talcott. You got to commit right here, right now to come on every day and do X amount of time for 28 days in a row. You got to be somewhere. No, you got to be somewhere and show up for you and everyone else in the truth. Do it, motherfucker, and I'll show up with you.
We can explore this. But let me point out to you, Paul, in the description of this video today, I pointed out that this today is inspired by the influence of these people. Paul Unslaved, proper instruction motivates people. You inspired me to do this stuff and many others, okay? And that guy, Provo Kid, he's the one who inspired me to just allow myself to flow for a while. You know, and, you know, brother, we've got together right here some talent, some wisdom between you and me and many others. I can envision a team of people working together to create great value into this universe so the universe rewards us. And I can see it happening.
We're literally the same self, Jack. We're saying the same things. I'm just telling you, take a suggestion from an experience I've had, like I'm listening to your experience, which is my experience. If you can humble yourself, as you tell me a little bit, and say, maybe Paulie Boy's a little bit further when it comes to this thing, let me take a suggestion. He says, I'd like to do 12 days of Talcott, like the person says down there, like Christmas, the 12 days of Talcott. But I want 28 days because they say a habit is created 20 days or more. So I want the whole 28. I want 28 days with Talcott. I want to create a habit for ourselves and others, and we stick to it. We show up for ourselves every day. There's accountability and responsibility. The fact that we show up every day and hit those two means we have the third, trustworthiness. We trust ourselves, others trust us. Then we have the fourth, value able. We bring value to the world, we get value back. Win, 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 win. 28 days with Talcott. I will show up. I will do my part. I will not only show up for you, I will show up for me and everyone else out there, and we'll see where it goes. I would bet you'll get a favorable result. I would bet you'll want to continue. I would bet you'll be more inspired than ever. You take it or don't. It's not. It has no effect on me. Trust me. I'll be here 28 days.
Paul, I love you. I'm going to add some people back, all right? Is that all right with you?
Absolutely, sir. I'm here for the whole thing. I want the whole kit and caboodle.
Well, admittedly, probably a great chunk of my subscribers. Hey, there's a new name here. I'm going to take a chance. I don't know who this is. And
Jack Talcott.
I don't get it. I honestly can't hear
You're gonna have to get a better microphone, dude.
Oh yeah, horrible quality, sir. But we appreciate your efforts. We have your enthusiasm.
That was an effort to do something, that's for sure.
Adding content.
Paul, regarding that suggestion. Yes.
No, I'm just doing you. Hey, Paul. Hey, Jack.
Have I told you I love you today? I think I have. Anyway.
I think you have. It's a very loving vibe in here today. Feels good.
It does.
So are you trying to court him?
As much as loving another man could feel good without getting too creepy. You get what I'm saying?
You haven't said you loved us, Jack. I'm kind of feeling left out of the love here.
You know what? Please don't. I've got love to share with all of you. I really do. Because we're all sharing this crazy adventure together. And Paul, back to what you were saying, your challenge. Golly geez. Here's my reluctance, okay?
If you don't do it, I'm doing it, and I'm taking it from you.
Well, let me say, Paul,
all right, that's healthy competition, Talcott. See, they say don't compete. I agree, because we're not trying to kill, steal, and destroy in our competition like the Worldly Beast system. We do healthy competition. You don't want to take the opportunity? Maybe Michael here, who stole $4,000 from me, and I completely forgave him and still love him, and I will show him a path back to repentance and forgiveness and self-actualization. So if you don't want to take an opportunity, you didn't steal from me, he did. I'll give it right to him and work with him, because it's not about judgments and retribution and hate.
I agree.
And kill, steal, and destroy and divide. No.
I agree. So
about that, about what? Wait, hold on. Let's not go on yet. About that 4K. I think I should be able to come back and work that off on advertisements, and we should have an advertisement counter, and we should have 1 to 4,000. And when I get to the 4,000, we'll be good.
All right, sir. I'll accept that. You know what? The man is honorable. He's willing to work it off.
I'm going to work that shit out. I'm going to get it back to you.
Hey, listen, you got to work that off, all right? I'm going to have to work it off.
For both of you guys, I wanted to tell you, Paul, my intention is to say yes, and I can see this happening, I assume, with the Proper Instruction Motivates People channel, right?
Well, no.
No?
Okay. You're going to do it on yours because we want your independent voice and your channel. We want to grow with you. It's not about me. I will restream, and I will direct everyone to come over and support you.
What if we do it together?
Well, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to come here, and we're going to do it here.
Here's my reluctance for what you're suggesting. And let me continue, okay?
Sure.
My reluctance in committing is I've committed to things in the past, and circumstances prevented my words from being true, and I do not like that. So I like my yes to be yes, my no to be no. But the only thing that would prevent it is, back to what prevents me from doing it on my channel is my equipment. It may as well be gas powered on this fucking laptop.
You got to put the choke on.
You got to crank it up, and gently urge it into.
All right. So why is that an impediment, Talcott? Why?
Because 4 years ago, his laptop and everything, his equipment sucked 4 years ago. So he's been living on donations to get better equipment.
No, I get that. Wizard, is that your opinion?
It is.
It is. It's your opinion unrelated to facts. My current situation.
Opinions don't matter unless they're Jack's here. So why even
get it?
Hey,
why waste my time saying anything that would count?
When you're speaking without experience, Wizard, maybe fucking check yourself.
Oh yeah, without experience. I gave you the chapter 15 without experience. Nice one.
Do you need to go in the back?
I don't need to go anywhere.
I'm
fine right where I'm at.
Do you need a timeout, Wizard?
You know what?
What's a timeout?
I'm going to swap Agents of Chaos.
No, bring Wizard back. We like
Here's
Hello.
Here's a different Agent of Chaos.
Hello. Agents of Chaos.
Another Agent of Chaos. Lou, they're just piling in here.
I know. Hey, Lou.
Don't worry, I dug my Jack, don't worry. I dug my own hole already. It's ready for me back there.
Yes. Yes, you have, Lou. And please, I'm going to prepare you with the same advice, same warning I've offered to others.
You're already bullshitting because you know why, motherfucker? My father, I could get you the equipment you needed to do what you would do, but you won't commit to it, you lazy, slovenly motherfucker.
Bullshit.
That's the difference.
Bullshit.
If you fucking did the fucking 28 days and got up early and rolled out of bed and warmed up your laptop and got here like you do every other day and did the 28 days, maybe the rest of us would think about fucking helping you to get to the next level. You don't do shit to make a motherfucker want to help you. You don't compel anybody to want to help you.
How many days have I been online, Paul? I've done a lot, and you know what? Hey, Paul, we're gonna figure this out, okay? If it starts out what you describe, great. But the reason also I recommend over there is you have the fucking broadcasting genius, dude. You've got the timing and you understand what you're doing, and I honor your talents. That's why I think
Lube ass, dude. You're distracting me somehow. What's with that pose and those glasses, dude?
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, and I'm pretty good judge of this stuff. Number one, you'd get value for yourself. Forget the fiat. We don't do this with that, okay? The point is that would come. If you fucking did this with an inspiration and a dedication and showed up 28 days with me and did the Talcott challenge, I bet you, Lewis, I bet you there's all types of people you'd never suspect that throw something in your fucking basket, even if it was $2, $3, $4, $5. Okay?
Let's do it.
But they're seeing you do something different to get something different, and you're motivating yourself and them. And it's a different energy. Now they want to help you.
Amen. And you know what I see? I see it started today already. Fair enough?
It's on you.
It is. Hey, with all due respect, I do, while he has been a difficult man for me to deal with, I do honor Wizard. Does anyone mind? I mean, my positions are limited up here, and I'd
get rid of Pineal. He's not talking.
Sean, what do you think? You're usually pretty quiet. What do you want to do?
I'll go, Jack. If you want to bring Wizard up, I'll go.
I mean, either way, Lou or me. I do want to say to Lou, he sounds like he.
Your audio sucks, Sean.
Wants to help, but my question is enough of his stuff figured out to where he can help.
I didn't hear anything he said.
Let me get a better mic here.
I'll tell you this, with your old pretty ass, all right, with all that soft skin you got and that endearing look in your eye, if you fucking came on here and you told everybody, now I don't want to get crazy because we already broke ground here. You come on here and tell everyone, hey, brothers and sisters, I decided that I'm going to, at least for the time being, right? Because, again, I live in faith. But for the time being, I'm going to cover the bill on my monthly house to keep this house to be here for the broadcast. I'm a DoorDash a couple hours a week here and there. Motherfuckers would start throwing you money because you're getting up off your ass and you're doing something and you're showing them, hey, you know what? I could change who and what I am. And I'm not of the world, but I'm still in it. And I'm going to take steps to do something different and generate something. And this whole fucking community would come behind you in 3 seconds. You'd feel like the fucking God Talcott that you've been searching for the whole time. You'd have motherfuckers talking to you, loving with you, supporting you, right? But it's going to take some action steps. I'm telling you, that's what I perceive. But if you did it, you would feel a whole different inner space. You'd have a whole different outer space. You feel secure and peaceful and balanced. And then you could transition from doing that, right? Or maybe you don't. Maybe it doesn't. But you know what? Once you start doing it, you say, hey, you know what? I didn't want to do none of this. I didn't want to do shit, right? I wanted to do end legal secrets and this and that. But now that I'm taking care of myself and working with these other people, I feel good. Now the network comes about for us to do more. It's one brick at a time, man, as Mr. O'Shea said, one melted brick at a time. You want to carry away a mountain, start with small stones. This is where we're at.
I've been saying all along, right from the start, it's actions that speak louder than words, and that's what it takes for me. You want me to stand by your side? You got to let me know that you're going to be active with me. I'm not going to stand by your side and do everything for you, period. A motherfucker has
to Talcott to be inspiring to other people. You start doing that, Talcott, you think I'm going to be able to slack while you're on your grind? And it's like healthy competition, you know what I mean? Like,
you could, Talcott, you don't understand. You could remix every game. Like I monetize my own slavery. Every time they arrest me and take my property, I get a whole bunch more money, power, respect, because of the truth that I'm living. I didn't have to claw for that. I let it chase me. You could ride around and do DoorDash, be making money doing their goofy shit, picking up a sandwich, dropping it off. In between, you're doing Talcott on the road. You got a camera going. You're talking your shit to the camera, right? You could be double timing it, getting value while you're getting value, giving value while you're getting value, creating an experience, getting better at your rap. Getting better at perceiving the truth on the dime spontaneously, giving people an experience. Hey, I'm over here, brothers and sisters. You realize if you did this right, you could be riding around in a bus doing DoorDash and motherfuckers would be waving, hey, Jack Talcott, down the road at some point, right? They'll say I'm in my imagination, but Don't tell me what the fuck can be done and not done, because I see opportunity. I don't see limitations.
Here's like O'Shea, speak it into existence.
If you heard what I said previously, you'd know that what I've been doing. What I'm speaking into existence is building a team, a community, and sharing talents and energy and time for the purpose of changing people's fucking lives, helping them get over their bullshit, their habits, their past, their fears and insecurities, and coming together for a better world.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're not at the space yet inside yourself to do the network community thing, because you're not as secure as where you need to be. These folks down there right now would assume your mortgage and probably let you stay there, and you could still broadcast and do everything and have a whole type of other situation. But you're so caught up on this blind faith you think is true faith, you ain't even going to let other people help you and support you, but only in the ways you decide, which is blocking blessing. You're not truly opening your mind and heart and beingness to what could be. You haven't done that with anything when it comes to the bankruptcy information that we were giving you, the lawful contract information, day-to-day action habits, right? When I'm telling you, something's going to have to change. Something's going to have to give. You're living off something I don't know about, and you're here to do something that you haven't told me.
Paul, again, I shared this before the panel opened up. Based on the ministries, the synchronicity of the messages I've been receiving at church from the local minister and from messages people I follow online. These messages I've been hearing is how God uses people for the glory of God. And my faith is strong. My humility towards God is...
Let me put it to you like this, bro. The common sense logic. Oftentimes the common sense will do us good. The game of life, right? Whatever your attribute is, whatever you're going to do. You want to talk to the UN, whatever. Who the fuck, if they're picking a team, right? We're drafting. Who's going to pick somebody for a community and a team that don't have the attributes and the stats and the field time and the numbers and the results?
Hey, Paul.
So you say you want to be part of the team. Well, then you got to get up in your attributes somewhere. You got to get on the field somewhere. You have to do and create something to where when they look at you, they say, we want that motherfucker in the boardroom or on the team.
Right. But Paul,
nobody's saying that right now, Talcott. Right. I'm not picking on you. I'm saying you're not at a place where, as a free agent, motherfuckers want to pick you up for the team.
I know. And here's where
but we could get there. It's called spring training.
Well,
2 days with Talcott. Let's get to it.
Let's do her, brother. But here's something else, though.
Stop agreeing and then not going through with it. It's not. It's disrespectful.
Bruce, I don't control what any others think. Now, Paul, I've tried to present, the things that I am proud of. Maybe you look down on.
I don't look down on anything, man. If you want to go back to the tower and say the wise man atop his mountain looks down dispassionately on the sorrowing crowd. I don't look down from a judgmental, egoic place. I look down on my children who accept less for themselves. And when I go to reach to pull them up, they go to pull me back down. I say, I got to let you go.
Stop looking at you need to pull them up and recognize we're together.
I didn't say we weren't together. You're not getting the results that you require. I am. That's why you come to me. When I tell you how to get them, you say, come back with me and get these results. I go, nah, I got to let you go.
Paul, the first results I pursued was self-development. And I've transformed me into a much better man, and I was a damn good man.
I agree with you. I agree with you that maybe you become better, but that you need to become better to get where you want to go at this point.
But Paul, the material results are not in my control. I
didn't say that they were. When you control yourself, you don't have to control the world.
Okay, right. So here, back to...
That's the most freeing space, I'm telling you, is a yielding space. It's not an egoic space. It's a yielding feminine space. Control your inner metaphysical space, and you will dominate the physical space without having control of it. The wise man outstrips the field, while the average man only grows like an ox in size. Knowledge cleaves his head. Let go of all the things you think you got in your head, and you will outstrip the field in your beingness. You will have to move forward.
It's not my fault you don't see the progression and the actions I've been taking. I've been trying to explain what I'm doing. I believe myself, I'm not as triggered as I used to be. I'm not as fucking
I see the change. I see the change in you, Talcott.
And you know what? I said this the other night on someone's panel, that I've been watching growth and development in many people on the platform, including you, Paul. You know? So
you're not noticing growth and development in me. You're noticing a refocusing reformation period. I started off this way. Yeah. I only became the way that I was because of a bunch of filthy, slovenly, infidel slaves who want to get in my face and play games with themselves and me. I started off the way I'm talking to you now. And I decided at one point I'm going to war, jihad with everybody, not only to get my name and dick in everyone's mouth, which worked, but also because, I'm going to vent and I'm going to be frustrated and I'm going to scream into your soul who and what the fuck we need to be. And guess what? That's what everybody needed, Ian and all the rest of them. So, we're seeing growth from everybody around me. You're seeing me refocus on how I came into this. I'm not going to pop my head off like snafu snaps, yelling to try to project and crescendo. I don't need to. I could talk like this all day or leave. I'm in control of my inner space. I live my information. Motherfuckers think I'm triggered when I'm yelling. I could do whatever I want to do. I don't need to do nothing.
Can I ask a personal question? Or I want to know
Please
the answer
do.
to a personal question. And it comes with a little bit of an assumption, though. No, I will ask.
A little bit of an assault.
For those people who pretend to be in authority, do you have resentment in you towards those people? And the reason I'm asking, Paul, so you know.
You're asking me about resentment for who?
People in these positions of authority.
No, why would I resent people for doing less for themselves and then therefore the rest of us? They're destroying themselves and their future. I'm not. I'm out.
You can hold pity for them, right?
You could say that I would wish they would do better for themselves, but if they want to harm me and accept less for themselves and then therefore the rest of us, I can't stop it. You're a wrongdoer. What do I have to feel any kind of way about somebody who chose to do wrong in their life? I chose to do right. You kill me or do wrong to me, you only cement me. You martyred me. So not only am I not resentful, that's the best only possible outcome for someone like me living how I live is you kill me and put me in prison for doing what's true and what's right. That's what all spiritual warriors from the beginning of time only hope to achieve. Martyrdom. Kill me and put me in prison.
I believe that was the ways of the past, but I truly believe this is going to be, we're entering into a different time. So the reason I asked that question, Paul, is these ideas, in the offer, what if we make it the goal to speak to the citizens of the American government and we use these platforms to get people to fucking help us?
I'm already doing that, man, indirectly. It's a process. You can't come into something with a goal like that. That's desire and want. You will suffer. You have to come in and just keep doing what you do and being who you are. And at some point in the future, an opportunity presents itself. Then you take it or you don't.
But the other part of this, and this was the conversation I had with Provo the other day regarding the Neville Goddard stuff of mind and imagination. When we get clarity on what we want, bringing the clarity of focus and the energies of faith and success and experiencing that which we desire.
Yeah, but it's not even imagination at that point. It's like envisioning. I look in front of me and I already see the board and what's going to happen almost in reality. I'm not in my imagination ever. You don't ever see me look up and look around. I look straight ahead and talk for hours on end. I don't need to imagine. But I already know what's real and what's not. As far as in this realm, what you perceive as real, I know what's real and what's not, and I understand cause and effect. What do I need to imagine for? I envision right in front of me, like a board, what's going to happen and how I'm going to move the pieces.
Paul, here's why a different perspective on what you said. The imagination is a gift. It's a tool. Through imagination is how we understand, and it's also how we determine the why. So in the why. Well, the why of why I'm suggesting this, hey, let's find a way to get in front of the citizens of government. Every single person who listens to our words knows someone. They know someone.
Yeah, we're doing that here. We're doing that here.
I know.
So 28 days. All you got to do is 28 days.
Jack.
Then you can give up.
This is doing, not doing. I come here 12, 15, 20 hours at some periods in my life, and then I go back to 2, 4 hours, whatever I'm feeling at the time. So I'm in the way. I'm in a flow. I don't need to be here. I want to be here. Wanting to be here is better than needing to be here. I'm not codependent, right? So it's a win-win-win for everybody. By being here, I'm doing what the fuck you're talking about without doing it. It's doing, non-doing. I don't need to put on a suit and go to the UN and get on TV to talk to the citizens, quote unquote. We're here. This is the direct connection. It's like going to church to talk to God. Why would I do that? I don't need a middleman.
We need to, for us to be children of God and to be one with the God of wonder, we've got to wonder, what might I do? What can I do? And I believe we can exercise our rights of equality, freedom of speech, and have damn important conversations with those who claim to represent us in government. And I think
there's a dual jurisdiction. They represent citizens. I'm not a citizen. So why would I sit there and talk to other citizens about something that don't apply to me, that shouldn't apply to them, because they signed up to be part of that political ideology? I didn't sign up to be united with a foreign corporation headquartered in D.C. Why would I owe allegiance to a corporate body? So you could go talk to the citizen slaves who don't know how to manage their own affairs and paperwork. I don't do that. I advocate for people step out of that and replace that with something on another side, an alternate jurisdiction. You could just step out and replace that and then celebrate what you replace it with. That replaces celebrities. That replaces the political system. That replaces the false spiritual system, the false medical system. You just step out and replace them and then celebrate what you replace with if it's worthy of celebration. That's a true celebrity.
Well, what you described is one method, and that's what many people are doing, and I'm offering an alternative.
Yeah, an alternative of doing the exact same thing with Jack as the center point.
Yes. So, and actually not me.
It's all about Jack. He said yes.
I'm going to, who cares?
We're going to Jack all night, Jack all day, Jack around the clock today.
Seriously,
it's Jack all night and all day around the clock.
Paul, I want to address this comment.
It's a Jack-centric universe.
Mind on nonsense.
We shouldn't address that comment, Jack.
Don't tell me what to do when I've chosen. Obviously, I have a reason behind what I'm doing. It. If you'd keep your mouth shut, you'd discover what the reason was. Moose.
Yeah, shut up and listen to him.
Shut up and listen, wizard.
Okay. Stupid.
Lou.
Lou.
Fucking love you.
Go ahead, Jack.
You are so irritating sometimes.
Floor is yours, Jack.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and start anytime.
The one-track mind on nonsense combined with the why of what I'm offering, I think wars are not nonsense. I think slavery and oppression are actually pretty serious fucking topics to confront, to stop pretending they don't exist. Because I care about you guys, but I also keep in my mind right now the children, the men and women in Ukraine, in Israel, in Yemen. All around this world, there's men and women and children who are truly suffering.
So are you talking about like the sex workers in Ukraine?
No, well, let's be serious about it, because I got a question then, Jack. Because if you're posing that you're able to help and you've been doing things, I've got a question. 2 Corinthians 8:10, and herein I give my advice, for this is expedient for you who have begun before, not only to do, but also to be forward a year ago. What have you been doing is pertinent, and what the record shows is not good, Jack.
Well, okay. according to your judgment, the record is not good. And I agree with the scripture you read. The past brought us to today. Now here, this is one of the messages I've been trying to get through in my videos too. The double-minded man. You know what? Let me not take that one. We can focus on the past and carry the past into our future, or we can learn and receive that which is good from the past and focus on the future. We got to stop living in the past, man.
That doesn't really make much sense. The problem,
and I got 93 cases in the past that I've had to learn from to keep me on track in the future. My apologies, brother. Go ahead, Paul.
So
even City Hall, Jack, you know what I mean? Even City Hall.
Carry the knowledge, not the resentment. Carry the knowledge with gratitude.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach everybody from my experience. And particularly you want to take it as if though it's just my opinion. Well, I'm telling you, folks, 93 cases, and you can look them up. You can see the experience. They're not all just pot charges. They're not all just there's child support, child custody, and not all of them are losses.
Keith, the rejection I offered was to your anger, not to your wisdom.
No, and see, what you don't understand is my anger is just a projection of my experience from the past. You know, the year ago. So I put myself in that place to show you it will anger you as well. If it doesn't anger you, then maybe you're being too nice about things.
No, you get angry. Can I explain? Anger is a result of fear. It's a symptom of an insecurity.
No, it's not.
Listen to the truth before you argue and disagree, because my words are coming from education and experience. I'm a man who supposedly owns the Live Without Fear trademark. It's something I've dedicated my time and energy into studying.
Did you buy it, or are you leasing it?
I invested in it and secured the registration in the straw man title that matches my name.
Okay.
How much did that cost you, Jack? Do you remember?
I think it cost like $5,000 for the trademark, or for the website, for the web domain. The trademark was only like a couple $100 to process the paperwork.
So it's officially I'm doing the figures here real quick, but this brand, you're invested probably at least $5,000 more into it than what it's worth at this time.
Oh, I've been between the education and my efforts to develop my stuff.
Clue.
Jack, why are you, Jack? You're like I'm almost speechless. I never do this. I'm stuttering because you are the quintessential like come up for somebody. You spent how much was it to talk to your son again? 10, 20,000?
Well,
5,000 for a fucking piece of paper to say "Live Without Fear" trademark?
No, for the website, to secure the domain.
For the website. I mean, and then where does this all go?
Even that sounds really high.
Jack, you keep telling me the fiat doesn't matter. You got so much invested in all this shit. I didn't invest none of this into nothing until I was creating and had something. You're invested in something that you don't know you could create nothing with.
I asked Jessie if she wants that pork loin that's in the freezer for Ty's graduation, or do you want to save it?
Who is that?
I was thinking about cut.
Yes, I actually have many tools available.
The natives are getting restless.
And I've invested in a lot of money in my education and developing me. But you know what? My goal is to
imagine Dominic Talcott. I think he's in the chat right now. I see someone, Domenico Talcott. But could you imagine your son when he gets the report that you gambled away however much in crypto, 50 G's, spent 20 to talk to him, and then spent another 5 to trademark Live Without Fear, and then abandoned it?
I didn't.
Like, you can't see why he would lose respect for your discernment and decision-making skills, your ability to account.
Wait. if you present the facts, you know, in a negative fashion, yeah, there's all sorts of reasons. But here, what's the other side of that?
Right.
I've invested in myself, in the future for me and my family, those who I care about.
Not investing in yourself. That's investing in things outside.
Did you get a certificate for counseling, Mr. Talcott? I'm just wondering.
No, I chose not to waste my time with the state regulations and hoops.
So how are we supposed to go into business together as a counselor?
Well, because I believe in the laws of exchange and the laws of this universe, and that when value is received, when people allow themselves to learn from me,
so we'll call it fortune telling.
Someone kill that child in the background for disrespecting me.
No kill.
For entertainment, for metaversal entertainment purposes. Jack has the baby taken out and shot for disrespecting him.
Fuck you, baby. Sorry, little baby.
Hey, baby, can we get back to me by any chance?
Hey, all this crying's really in your imagination, man. Is this real?
I was wondering what that little hole out back was for.
Hey, guys. Can we take this back to your place, Paul?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, you want to get out of here or take it back to my place?
You want to relinquish the control of blocking people?
Just for some coffee.
Yeah, it's Saturday night, isn't it? I think it's
Sunday.
Sunday, okay. Oh, yeah, it shows
hey,
where I'm
brothers and sisters.
Well, the reason is, under the current situation I'm at, the free services of StreamYard are limited, and if I'm gonna complete the 28-day challenge, and part of that's over here, I need to be wise and conserve. So
all right, so we'll take it back to my place for coffee and dessert, and we'll see where it goes.
Or you could sell yourself and your need, and hopefully see somebody would be willing to pipe up. But that's, again, only because you're willing to commit to actions. Again, that's a very important part of it, Jack. Once you commit to actions and you start showing people actions, I guarantee you people would step up. So don't be afraid. Don't let that limit you. Go all out.
Thank you, brother. That's, you know
Come
what?
on,
That's
dude,
great
28
advice.
days of Talcott.
Hold on. What he just offered is great advice, not for me, not just for me, but for everyone. And you know what? Kind of actually along with what Moose just said and what I saw OTW do, right? He took a challenge to stop himself from cannabis for a month or whatever, or for a day. And he's like, fuck that. I'm going to do even more. So for anyone listening, this is our opportunity. Let's do that. Let's see what the hell we can get done in the next month, in the next year, in the next life, whatever, while we're here. Hey, I'm just going to end it here, if that's all right.
End it. Yeah, I'm going back over.
Much
I'm
love.
going to go through the loop right now, the time loop. Hold on. Here we go.
Much love to all who joined and to all.
Thanks for having me up, Jack.
Thanks for joining, Lou. And
thank you, Jack. I'm glad we punched it out. We're back intact.
I'm glad to have met all of you. Really, you're interesting characters, and you know what? Fucking life is fun. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Brian.
All right, Jack. I'll see you later. Bye.
Peace and love to anyone who.
See you later, Jack. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.